Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays Dark Souls 2. This is gonna be one of the more difficult parts of the entire game, in all likelihood. I would be surprised if it was finished in a single video. I would not be surprised if it was finished at all. But I would be surprised if it was finished in a single video. So this is the Shrine of Amana. You may recall that we got here by beating the Tower Knight, or is the Looking Glass Knight, I guess he's called. I thought he was called the Mirror Knight, but I'm not gonna risk anything to get that item. Let's just see if there's any more items available here, because it allows me to take some time and procrastinate actually making any actual progress, which is good, because progress is scary here. So we got some more of these mushroom-headed dudes, who do like physical damage, but also are poisonous. I'm just getting stamina, just in case it's a mimic. Doesn't appear to be a mimic, but I may be wrong. I've been wrong before. Didn't eat my face, so that's good. We get the Wilted Dusk Herb and the Skeptic Spice. I can't help but feel like that item on the very, very edge there has to be good, but I don't want to walk out there and try to get it. Would I fall to my death? Absolutely. It looks like you could like break that branch off and then go get it in the water, but again, you know, that's something for better men than I to find out. Better men or women, you know, that's fine too. But it's not for me is what I'm trying to get at. It's like Dr. Pepper 10. It's not for Northernlion, I believe was the slogan. There's an item down here. This item is Large Soul of a Nameless Soldier. One day I'll start popping those items regularly again. Oh, right, enemies appearing from the shadows and the catacombs here. This is one of the enemies we'll encounter here. It's basically Dave Navarra from, is it Dave Navarra? Dave Navarra. It's Dave Navarro, isn't it? Oh, isn't it? No, I'm getting it confused because I've been playing too much, you know, Europa Universalis. This is an enemy that we're going to be encountering a lot. Now, the enemies here, the one saving grace I will say about the enemies in Shrine of Amana is that they drop good items. Old Radiant Life Gem is a pretty awesome drop, but additionally, they have a tendency to drop humanity, or human effigies, I think, and maybe even Titanite, I can't remember. So there's some good stuff going on here. I believe we'll have a quick conversation. I am being attacked by Andrew WK's brother, less famous brother, Andrew TK.
And stop singing. We are Milfinito. We are here to sing to those bound by death and dark. We will sing here forever, as we always have from long, long ago. We know, and why should we? For we will never leave. Do you seek King Vendrick? But what is a king, after all?
A miserable little pile of secrets.
We know nothing of the world outside. For we will never leave here.
Alright, cool story. I'm gonna skip by a lot of this dialogue. Should give me a smooth and silky stone. I don't know if maybe there's some lore associated with this, and, oh god, don't get cursed. Not that it's a huge deal in Dark Souls 2 relative to how it was in Dark Souls 1, but anyway, I'm just trying to take a quick look around here. I don't know if there's some lore, like the fact that we got a smooth and silky stone from Milfantia, who I believe is like the collective name of all of the singers, and we'll encounter more than one. Oh god. That was very scary. Luckily, I have basically a free Estus because of that shard that I got. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're in league or somehow related to, you know, Snuggy the bird. I have no idea. I never got this chest when I played before. I am almost sure of it. Let's open it up. Always good to check for mimics. No chains anymore. Crimson Water. I actually don't know what Crimson Water does. But I imagine it's somewhere in the mess of things here. That's a Flame Butterfly. Those are souls. Is this Crimson Water? No, it's Simpleton Spice. You know what? That's okay. Oh, that's probably it right there. Greatly restores HP and spell uses. That seems like super useful, but we'll probably not get too much of a chance to use it because, maybe we will. I don't know. It depends if we like run out of Estus or something. I might as well use those healing items. I totally suffer from too good to use syndrome, as I call it. What that means is that I get items, then I never use them because I'm like, oh, this will be better served for me later. But maybe there won't be a later, and I might just end up using Estus for all my healing items, so in that case, I mean, I've already used some Divine Blessings, but I might as well use some other stuff. By the way, The armor you're seeing here on these guys has very good magic resist, and I also think that it might be just the starting armor for the cleric. Oh, they drop a Twinkling Titanite. That's really useful. We can use that to update Vengarl's helm. But yeah, I believe this the cloak at least is the starting armor for the cleric class, which is kind of cool. It's got good magic resist on it, but it again emphasizes the idea that, you know, in Dark Souls late game, early game, the tier list is all sort of messed up. I mean, I would classify this as late game armor because you get it in the late game, but do you want to be wearing it when you beat the final boss? Maybe, but probably not. I don't know. It's weird like that. There is a bonfire approaching. I think I'm just gonna kill this guy first. I don't think I got that other treasure chest. Good, he did die. I don't think I got the treasure chest in here the first time I played either. But we'll just knock one of these guys out of the equation. You know, this almost reminds me of like in, well, I would have totally fought these guys if I knew they wouldn't fight back. But this reminds me of like in, the Duke's Archives in Dark Souls 1, where you could just kill those, ooh, there's a path through there. Where you could just kill those, like, weird Medusa monsters, and 2 of them wouldn't fight back. I don't know, it's creeping me out a little bit, but we got some smooth and silky stones and some Titanite as well. Twinkling Titanite, this is a Twinkling Titanite type area. I think this area is almost designed to get you flush with Twinkling Titanite so that you can upgrade all of your special equipment before you get into the late game. And we're probably, like, demonstrably in the late game by this point. Now, the first section of Shrine of Amana has been complete. There is an enemy right here. So we'll go. Oh, there's a sorcerer as well. Let's try to get inside of this bonfire area. Very important bonfire, but I must admit, that's not the right attack to do there. I must admit that this is one of those areas where I basically killed all the enemies to the extent that they never respawned ever again when I came through here on my off-camera play. This is the last area in the game that really gave me to the problems of wanting, or gave me problems to the point of wanting to, like, throw my disc through the fucking screen, which would be impressive. I would have to have, like, some serious rotational velocity on it. Now, why? Oh, that's just these little monsters on the ground. No big deal, right? No, here's the big deal. These fucking sorcerers shoot homing soul masses at you. Dang. Oh, we didn't even get the invincibility frame there. They die really quickly, but the soul masses that they shoot are so goddamn annoying. I really can't properly explain it if you have not seen it for yourself, but I can assure you that this is one of the most frustrating areas in the game, bar none. Especially if you have very poor magic defense, which I think is fairly likely for this point in the game. So you might be saying, hey, things are going pretty well so far. We haven't seen anything yet, unfortunately. What's funny is that I don't even feel like I've done anything yet, because these enemies didn't even exist because I killed them so many times. I guess I could light a torch here, but that's not really that important. These enemies didn't even exist by the time I actually succeeded in beating this part of the game in my off-camera run, because by that point, is there another missile? Yep, there it comes. They home from so goddamn far away, too. But yeah, I killed them so much that they just never respawned there after a while. And the real pain in the dick is the... Well, first off, the fact that they home. But honestly, my shield's doing a pretty good job. You do have to watch out for invincibility a little bit. That guy's not going to come in on me here. The pillar's obviously extremely important. Fairly prudent to Estus here. There's that fog wall. You might be saying that fog wall's really close. There's a bonfire behind it. That's where we want to be eventually. But it'll probably take me more than one time to do it. That was pretty skillful considering there was no lock on. Oh god, that wasn't. We should move. The hippo's gonna come for me. So what I'm gonna do is run faster, please. Get inside of this house. One of the things will follow me, but that's okay. This has actually gone pretty alright so far. Alright, so the hippo can't get in here. And again, if you're looking for, hey, here's all the items in this area, this is probably not the series for you right now. But if you're looking for, hey, I can't beat this area, how the hell do I survive? This might be a little bit more helpful. Now, we're just going to try to bait this guy into coming out without aggroing the sorcerers. Because once they start shooting, that's where the problem really starts. But I must admit, you know, things have gone pretty well so far, all things considered. Oh my god, the club sometimes has a mind of its own with respect to targeting. So there's another, it's another Estus End Life Gem. Or we could try using one of those, like, Crimson Waters. It's not like I'm going to use them for anything else. You might as well use them, or use one of them right now. So we'll use that, and that should restore our HP quite nicely, probably over time. Yeah, we'll just wait here for a second. What did you drop? Archdrake robes. This is the cleric armor. It actually has gone very well so far. It can easily go worse. This is by far the hardest part. You might be saying, oh, the fog wall's right there. Just run for it. Just run for it, Northern Line. It's not going to work that way. You're going to get shot. Sorry to tell you. So, now, most important part here. Use the pillars. Use the fucking pillars. If nothing else. This is not even the hardest part of this level. It's just the hardest part of this little section. Alright, so I'm going to get, like, behind you here. And we're going to try to one-shot you. If I could even hit you, that would be... Oh my god, I think I just... Oh, I got hit, but that's okay. You're dead. So we'll use the pillar. Use the pillar. It's okay. Those are just going to get blocked. Now, you can't see because of the draw distance, but there's actually a number of enemies standing over by those blue flowers over there that's like... Just if you followed this archway straight ahead, you would end up encountering 2 more archers. Or 2 more sorcerers. So we don't want to do that yet. But it's kind of sad how the drop distance kind of fucks you a little bit. So we're gonna, we have like 99%, well, we have like 95% life. But, I'm gonna run over here quickly. By the way, also important to take a look at your surroundings, because it's completely plausible that you would actually just fall. Oh, god damn it. Get up! I can't kill you if you don't get up! It's completely plausible, for real, that you would actually just fall down and die. We need to Estus quickly. Probably gonna die right here. Is that sorcerer alive again? Because, like, I could actually really... Okay, I don't know if that's a glitch or something. I'm not thrilled about it, though, as one might expect. We're gonna Estus, or not Estus, life gem up a little bit. It doesn't get much easier after this, but it does get a little easier, I suppose. Still not dead. Oh, well, I got lucky with that shot that it still took out the water demon anyway. And the homing on these things is so fucking powerful. So don't fall in the water. Very important, if possible, to not fall in the water. Let's just take this one on the chin. And then we'll... Oh, that's gonna kill me. Yep. Alright, well, at least we got to that bonfire. But now you're starting to witness one of the reasons why Shrine of Amana is among the most devilish and hateful areas of the game. And this isn't even the hard part yet. This is still a relatively easy part. But basically, one mistake means you're dead. You might be saying, Northern Lion, you should be a smarter guy. Switch to some magic resist. Switch to some kind of armor that has a little bit better magic defense. It's true, and you can do that, and it helps a little bit. Not very much, but it helps a little bit, admittedly. But then you also run into the issue of that it's not just magical enemies. There's also the enemies that do physical damage to you. So there's no way I'm starting like this. That was terrible. Yeah, there's enemies that do physical damage as well, so you don't get off that easily. As tempting as it is to just be like, hey, if you switch your equipment, you'll start doing fine, you know. Not really guaranteed at all. So we're starting back from a ways here. The important part here. By the way, abandon all hope of me fighting a boss in this episode. Just getting to the point where I can at least get to the bonfire, where I can then have like a 20% chance of getting to the boss each time, that would be enough for me to be pleased with myself. And again, that's the other thing, is that it's not like one of these sorcerers would be fine, annoying, but fine. It's the fact that you have to deal with so many all simultaneously, except for the last one, that really causes this to be such a fucking devastating extravaganza. Do they, like, at least drown or something after a certain amount of time? Alright, so that's, again, like, phase 1 done. That's the easy part. The easiest part by far. I can't believe it's been 14 minutes already, and we got a bonfire, right? At least if we get nothing else, we got a bonfire. So we're just gonna sprint out towards this. And if I'm lucky... I didn't get hit, so I would consider that lucky, yes. Now, we'll probably get hit a couple of times there. I'm actually blocking more damage than I expected with my shield up, which is kind of nice. Probably, I'm using the same shield that I used in my off-camera run, but I've updated it a little bit. Or upgraded it a little bit. Probably shouldn't have... Yeah, see, that's what happens if you don't shield it, by the way. So, you want to shield it. Yeah, don't do that. I don't know why they get pancaked and they stay pancaked forever. Okay. That guy is aggroed on me, so... I mean, if that sorcerer is not going to shoot, then I don't really care. The range on them is extraordinary. It really is. I think, like, before you can see them, they can see you. So let's just walk out here and we'll aggro the knight. Oh, one of the sorcerers got aggroed. That's a little bit of a loss for us. Weirdly enough, it was the sorcerer that's further away. Sorcerer, sorceress, you know, I'm not trying to ruffle any feathers. It shoots magic. To me, for now, that's a sorcerer. Because I don't know. They're wearing masks. Alright, so this one has not been aggroed yet. You can, you know, take out a bow or something and shoot them. But you can only shoot them once before they get aggroed. I think. Pardon me. Still getting over a little bit of, like, post-GDC sickness here. You know what? I mean, I'm willing to try it. I have a bow. We'll just use the short bow. Oh, it's got the same stat requirements, so I might as well use the lightning short bow. Do we have arrows? We have some arrows. Okay. Am I going to get shot as I... Yep. Okay. I was going to say, am I going to get shot as I fumble around with the interface here? Appears the answer to that question is definitely yes. Yeah, that hurts. Can I at least get a shot here and see how much damage it does? 48. That's not very much. Especially considering I don't have that many arrows. So I'm just going to get rid of this bow, and we'll try to tackle it the same way we tackled it before. And, you know, we're pretty low on health here. I'd love to save my Estus so I can use it on the fly, so why don't we use... I mean, it doesn't have to be Crimson Water, in case, for whatever reason, you're, like, really anal about using Crimson Water. We can use a Monastery Charm or something. There's a lot of healing items in Dark Souls 2, and a lot of them kind of go unnoticed beyond life gems, because, people just say, like, oh, well, I only use Estus, and everything else, I'll use it if there's an emergency, and then there's never an emergency that they deem it appropriate to use any items other than Estus and life gems. So, we're gonna go for broke here. You know what? We should keep our shield up, because I don't one-shot them anyway. It's like, I have to two-shot them no matter what. Well, if I even hit them. That's good. That's a good start. I might as well two-shot them with my shield up. That seems way smarter. Does it not? Now, we can't get hit here. That's good. So, we'll take an opportunity to Estus. And the real shitty part, these guys never lose aggro, from what I can tell. Oh, my God. And additionally... That was also terrible. Additionally, they aggro from so fucking far away. Good time to Estus. Probably my last chance to Estus, to be honest with you. So, for at least a little while. Let's run up here. More important, I guess, to just be kind of fast and dodging. Oh, that's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Oh, Shrine of Amana. Oh, I hate it. And this isn't even the worst part. But the other part can be lion stratted. I'm not going to edit this unless it gets really bad, but rest assured, I get a lot of tweets, and no, that's not related to Dark Souls. I'm just trying to come across as a big shot. But yes, a lot of those tweets have said, hey, does lion strats work for Shrine of Amana? Because I'm stuck. The answer to that question is not really. At this part of Shrine of Amana, it doesn't work at all. At the part that leads... Oh, I hate the second R2 there. Yeah, it's going to probably lead to me getting hit. At the second part, the part that leads to the boss, it's a theoretical possibility that that you could lion strats that area. I've done it. That's how I beat the boss, or how I, you know, got to the boss enough to actually have a chance to beat it. But I wouldn't recommend it. It's probably easier. This is just one of those parts of the game, you know, some of the parts of the game, the Lost Sinner fight maybe, for example, a lot easier if you're melee versus if you're like a caster. This part of the game is a lot easier if you are a caster, or you have like long-range pyromancy, or you've managed to become some kind of like archer-type character. Anything that gives you range will put you at an advantage here. Like if I just had sunlight spears or lightning spears, man, I would be doing work on these other casters, especially because that the speed of the actual magic is a lot faster on something like a lightning spear than it is on this like homing soul mass. But unfortunately, we live in a reality where I don't have any of that, and that's making it very difficult for me to actually survive here. Well, succeed here at the very least. But again, this has gone fairly well so far. Fairly textbook start to this. You don't have to run through the path that I'm taking, but I do. That doesn't mean it's the only way, but it is a way. And by the way, you're gonna get frustrated in this area. Don't go into this thinking like, oh, I've seen Northern Lion do this, so I can do it myself because I'm better at video games than him, demonstrably 100%. Sincerely, prepare for despair in this area. That was a bad time to run out of stamina, but prepare for despair in this area. There are not many people I know who have played this that don't remember this area. Let's put it that way. Seems like everybody who's played Dark Souls 2, if you ask them, you're like, hey, how do you feel about, like, Huntsman's Copse? They'll be like, well, I don't really remember Huntsman's Copse that much. If you ask them how they feel about Shrine of Amana, they will be like, oh, fuck that place. And people have differing opinions on the boss. I think the boss is pretty hard. Oh, the sorcerer freaking aggroed, man! God damn, I'll just take out my pain on this guy. Very sorry about this, my friend. I don't know why they get pancaked and stay down for so long. At least we're getting some life gems back. I mean, that's cool. And now we know this old song and dance again. Stay behind the pillars. If these guys would at least, like, attack in unison, that would be good for me, too. But, of course, they're, like, exactly perfectly offset. Oh, and the other thing that grows to become an incredible frustration in this area... Oh, the one lost aggro. That grows to be an incredible frustration in this area is that, despite it all looking like it's level, it's not. And, oh, that was lucky. That was very lucky of me. Didn't have to use an Estus there. Yeah, if you, like, slip down, it's like a half-inch gap, like a half-inch drop, but you can't jump a half-inch gap. You've got to walk all the way around again, and that can be, as you might expect, a bit of an issue. So, again, your mileage may vary with this mercurial tactic called rolling. I don't know what the tactic is here. I don't know if it's best to run all the way back and hope for the best. Estus quickly. Oh, that's could have been worse. Let's go for it. And if I die again, I'll probably end the episode there. And I know that's going to be frustrating for a lot of people. But it's also the way it has to be if I'm going to have some sanity in my life. Probably going to die right here. Oh! Oh, genuine salt bubbling to the surface. After this, we only have 3 more enemies. And then there's a bonfire. But Shrine of Amana is a real pain in the dick. Let's put it that way. Shall I do one more on camera? I'm worried at this point, because now every time I fail, it's like an 8-minute run. And then people are just like, oh, fuck this, I'm going to turn this off. This guy's going to be playing this game forever. I can't stress enough that what you're witnessing over this episode and the next episode, and I'll find a way to do it by the next episode. Like, it's not like I'm just going to stop playing Dark Souls 2 here. But what you're witnessing over this episode and the next episode is probably, in my opinion, the hardest non-optional part of Dark Souls 2. And I don't think it's optional. If it is, fuck me, I guess. By the time the video goes up, I'll already be past it. But yeah, the way I know that... There's a few ways I know that people dealt with this area. One of them, my way, by the way, is just hope for backstab so you get a brief invincibility frame and don't get quite as neutered. Maybe I have a shield that has a little bit more magic block. It goes at 5% more, 25% more. Maybe we'll try it. We'll try it with the Llewellyn shield. Let's see how much damage we take with a block with this thing. It's a little better, I guess. The downside is that for physical damage, this is going to be absolutely garbage, but holy water urn. It's a holy water urn, holy water urn. Just pick it up, lift it, and throw it. And lick it again. That's a reference that I hope not a whole lot of people get. For my own sanity and safety. Let's move around a little bit here. Okay, please. I just needed it to do an attack so that I could actually stop shielding and go for the attack myself. Otherwise, yeah, this aggro is going to really fuck me up here. Oh, that actually managed to make it past that pillar, which is really annoying. We might get lucky and get to this next kind of stopping point with more Estus than usual, which is quite nice. Now, I don't really care about the tongue demon thing here. As long as it doesn't interrupt my frames as I'm opening the door, I can still get inside, and I can roll inside like halfway through the animation, which is fine. And yeah, you'll follow me, but whatever, right? Okay. Now we open the door, and it's possible I could get through this without aggroing the other thing, but I doubt it. Just slightly peek out. Come on, you can see me, man. How come he don't see me, man? There we go. Nope. I have heard a homing soul mask get fired. Lucky me, I guess. Okay. That's good. I like that those are all overhead strikes. Thank you very much. Probably a prudent time to use our first Estus. Okay. Now we run. And we run and we hide behind pillars. And we keep our shield up because we block 25% more magic damage. There's something you can take to the bank. We're actually safe there, much to my surprise. And lucky me, they were kind of firing in sync. Not the band. That would be devastating for teenage girls the world over, and myself. I don't think I'm safe here. I'm not safe here. Please tell me I'm safe here. Okay, that's very, very good news. Estus up. We have regular life gems. Just want to use like a regular life gem. Oh, I really don't want to use like an old radiant life gem or another Estus, but we're so close to the bonfire. I don't mind using another Estus, I guess, because, you know, I'm going to die in one fell swoop. It's not going to be like it's going to come out of nowhere. I'm trying to think of, like, how I could cheese this. And one thing I could do is, like, put ranged weapons, not the poison throwing knife so much, but, like, an urn or something, like fire bombs, lightning urn. And I could do that, but I don't think it's going to benefit me all that much, because I can just run up and do more damage in the same amount of time. Okay, I got very lucky there to not get hit. I think the important thing is just don't slow down. They're never going to stop firing. So we might as well just go. We might as well just run, basically. I fucking hate Andrew WK Demon now. No, I'm going to die. No, I'm not going to die. I'm going to die still, but later. This is the mortality of humans in a nutshell. No! Fucking Christ, Shrine of Amana. Oh, I hate this area. Okay, well, you know, I think you've sufficiently watched me struggle. I'll find a way to get to that fog wall by the next episode, and hopefully by then the salt levels will subside a little bit. I hope you enjoyed this episode. More than I did, at least. If you did, make sure to click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.